Hello and welcome to the final lecture of this course, which is focused on explaining the available properties that are configurable at the bucket level within Amazon S3 to help you manage and administer your data effectively. During this course, I covered a number of topics. Versioning. This is a bucket feature that allows for multiple versions of the same object to exist. This is useful to allow you to retrieve previous versions of a file or recover a file should it be subjected to accidental deletion or intended malicious deletion of an object. Next, I looked at server access logging, and when this is enabled on a bucket, it captures details of requests that are made to that bucket and its objects. Logging is important when it comes to security, root cause analysis following incidents, and it can also be required to conform to specific audit and governance certifications. Following this, I've focused on static website hosting, and here I explain that if you are looking to create a simple and static website that requires no server-side scripting of any kind, then it can be easily hosted within one of your Amazon S3 buckets. Next was object level logging, and this feature is actually more closely related to the AWS CloudTrail service in S3, as it's AWS CloudTrail that performs logging activities against Amazon S3 data events. These data events are specific API calls used in S3, such as getObject, deleteObject, and putObject. I then looked at a security feature known as default encryption. When using default encryption, you are able to set a default encryption mechanism for every new object that is uploaded to the bucket. However, for any objects that are already in your bucket prior to enabling default encryption, they will not be encrypted. Following this topic, I've focused on object lock, and this feature is often used to meet a level of compliance known as WORM, meaning write once, read many. It allows you to offer a level of protection against your objects in your bucket and prevents them from being deleted, either for a set period of time that is defined by you, or alternatively prevents it from being deleted until the end of time. The ability to add retention periods using object lock helps S3 to comply with regulations such as FINRA. I then looked at tags, also known as S3 cost allocation tags. You can assign key value pairs at the bucket level to help with bucket and object categorization. Using the Cost Explorer, you can then report on these key values to identify and highlight the costs associated with your resources with specific key value pairs. Following cost allocation tags, the next topic was transfer acceleration. Now, transfer acceleration can dramatically speed up the process of transferring data into or out of Amazon S3 from and to your remote client, or to another AWS region by utilizing Amazon CloudFront Edge locations. With transfer acceleration enabled at the bucket level, the request will go via one of the CloudFront Edge locations, where the request will then be routed through a high-speed optimized network path to Amazon S3. Next was events. Events allow you to monitor specific events that may occur within your buckets, which can then be sent to either an SNS topic, an SQS queue, or a Lambda function. And finally, I covered requester pays, which simply passes the cost of all object requests and data transfer to the requester instead of the bucket owner. The bucket owner will still, however, pay for the storage costs associated with the objects stored in the bucket. That now brings me to the end of this lecture and to the end of this course. You should now have a greater understanding of the different properties that can be associated with your S3 buckets within Amazon S3. If you have any feedback on this course, positive or negative, please do contact us at support@cloudacademy.com. Your feedback is greatly appreciated. Thank you for your time and good luck with your continued learning of cloud computing. Thank you.